Hello there, everybody. This is Alex from Hardcoin Guys, bringing my run for Batman Return to Arkham Asylum on a hard difficulty, no upgrades. Today we are doing part 7 entitled Poison Ivy. These are going to be, as you can probably know by, of course, like part 6. But the rest of these videos are going to be called by basically essentially the boss fights themselves. Because I think it just sounds like a better name. And, Botanical Gardens 2 sounds kind of dull and doesn't really exactly give, I guess, any sort of idea of what I'm doing. So it makes sense just to do it this way. Poison Ivy, luckily enough, isn't really a hard boss. I mean, neither was technically Killer Croc, but that's more of a story fight, to be honest. So yeah, now we just gotta get there, and unfortunately I found out the hard way that there were snipers here. Always forget that there's snipers here, because that's just my bad habit. Luckily enough, they just kind of give up on Batman even coming up toward them. They probably just assumed, like, oh, I don't see him anymore, he's probably gone. Which, if you're a goon and you have to deal with Batman, I don't think it's a good idea just to assume that Batman's probably gone if you don't see him, because he's probably right behind you. Just like with this guy. So, having to deal with them again, you probably could just avoid them if you went the other way, but even then still, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I also tend to get lost in this west and east side stuff all the time when I'm playing this game over and over again, because I used to have it kind of slightly memorized, at least in the beginning parts, but I have kind of forgotten all that. I thought that the guy to the other side of there would have caught me, but I think this one you want to take down first, because he's probably most likely the one that will probably catch you going to the other guy. And I grabbed the trophies. Well, that one I grabbed just for fun. But I grabbed the other one earlier just to get, like, health back. Because why not? Like, it mattered, but still. It would have been great to get a ledge takedown here, but I fudged that up. But luckily enough, this guy doesn't spot my hands, which does make kind of sense, I guess. But still, now on to the Botanical Gardens as it is, and then just to go defeat Ivy. This is going to be one of the shorter videos, too, along with the next video in question. And right now, well, it's in sleep mode. I don't remember. Things are supposed to download in sleep mode, I thought. But I am now currently downloading the Uncharted collection, and I did look, and crushing is unlocked at the start. So, joyous to those that are excited for Uncharted 2. We're going to be doing that. And have no fear, I know how to play Uncharted 2, so it's fine. Well, okay, I haven't played it in a while. I haven't beaten it in a while. So I might mess up a few parts on where to go, but I should know what I'm doing for the most part. Plus, it's Uncharted. And the only time Uncharted really ever got that hard was probably just like, well, technically 1. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say so. Uncharted 4 is kind of hard, though, too, actually. Not gonna lie. I know that I probably talked way more about other games than this one. Basically, this entire playthrough. But, oh well. I'm trying to think if I should do commentary for the last episode right after this, or just go ahead and render these out and get them done too. Lucky for you Batman fans, you're going to be getting that pretty quick, because I'm working through these pretty fast. Not only did I get gameplay of this today, but I also did commentary for episode 6, and of course this is part 7, so I'm getting commentary done with that right now. And like I said in episode 6, I did beat the game, so it is officially finished. I thought you could escape these guys for a second. I was like, oh man, I could just line launch on over, but that thing protects you, or that thing protects them from you. Also, there's a bug in here. I knew it. I knew there would be one. Well, he can stay over there. I'll probably be getting distracted by it every so often, but they can just hide away and stay away from me for a bit. I think it was just a ladybug, so it's not a big deal. I think so. I hope so. It didn't look that big, but I definitely heard it, because you can definitely hear those little bastards. Alright, now onto the Poison Ivy fight. And just, I like to toss batarangs. Just, it's not the safest thing to do, because you technically do more damage when she's out and about of her shell. But the amount of damage that you can technically kind of do is kind of helpful, though. So, it's one of those things where I just do it just to make the fight faster. I've got nothing else to do besides just dodge the entire time. They also changed up the design of the little shots that she takes here. I might be wrong, but I think this fight actually has a checkpoint midway through. I think. But I don't remember. And if you're wondering, what about triple batarangs? Does that work? Does that do triple the damage? But obviously not on, not when she's out of her shell, because she takes one hit, she'll close the shell and just take the massive damage. Like, yeah, obviously, that wouldn't work. But I have tried triple batarangs in the past. And no, they don't work. They don't work the way that you would hope they would work. Which I guess makes sense, because, it is a boss fight. But, come on, it's triple batarangs. You'd think it would have actually done something. Triple batarangs are great, though. I actually like that kind of concept in this game. There's upgrading to a double and then triple. I don't know, it just gives me that little dopamine hits. And yeah, just to showcase that you can take her down even in her shell. This right here, I should have got grabbed there, actually. I think they might have fixed it in this game, where it's not nearly as annoying. Well, that one sure did, but I think they probably did make it to where the hitboxes were just a bit better. But I have actually no clue, so I just assume that's the case. But yeah, right there, I knocked her down, and I believe that, yes, you do actually have to whip out explosive gel and then put it on her to activate it. But you don't have to actually hit the thing yourself, of course. You can just let the game do itself. And once you do that, you do get what seems to be points. So, essentially just get full health back. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the health works on a point system, too. Like, if you get, 25 points, it doesn't give you a ton of health. But if you get, 500, it's like, oh, yeah, it's basically max health at that point. I don't remember if she brought... Because she brought people back, in, right here. Unless she's just bringing people up just from below that didn't fall down. But I could have sworn, yeah, you could knock a couple of guys off the platform to make it easy on yourself. And then now the rest is pretty much just me doing the same thing. I don't think I get hit except for that one time when I got grabbed by those vines. That's about it. So I would say, pretty successful Ivy fight. And kind of spoiling it a little bit, but even the Joker fight I did pretty okay in. I took a bit of damage, but I was playing a lot smarter and using gadgets to my advantage. But that's for that episode, and that's coming next, so we don't need to talk about that just yet. Thank God this fight's a 2-phase. I think it would have probably been better if it was a 3-phase, because I grew up on those types of games where, Mario 64 type, oh, yeah, Mario 64 type, that does it. Where essentially a 3-hit is typically a good indicator of a boss's health, just 3 phases. But Batman Arkham's a little different, so we let it have it. It's fun, I guess. They probably just assumed that 2 phases was just enough, which, to be fair, it kind of is. This is a lot of work just to take down one boss, so I guess so. But, a 3rd phase still I guess I do take damage still, but a 3rd phase still makes sense. She could have easily had one extra specific new attack, I don't know. I think it would have been too much if they did, a vine swipe across the field, because how are you going to dodge that besides just the evade roll? Maybe they probably thought about that, too, and then they were like, that doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know what they thought. I don't know, man. Yeah, I actually took a lot more damage than I thought I did. Luckily enough, whenever she's down out for the count, the guys themselves get knocked out, too, which is very nice, very helpful. I should have skipped all this. I should have cut this out because it didn't matter. But yeah, that's it for this, and I'll see you guys for the finale, the final part of this. And as always, of course, take care, everybody.